The Nintendo World Championships NES edition is finally here, and I was lucky enough to purchase one in my local game store. So let's get to the unboxing and also share some tips and tricks that you should be looking out for this game. Let's get started. So the first thing that we're actually going to unbox is the box itself, and you can kind of see that it is a beautiful deluxe edition of the Nintendo World Championships. You see all 13 of the original NES titles, and you see the NES edition kind of like the gold type of holographic type of thing, and on the back you just see a beautiful artwork of the challenges, 150 the 13 original games. Now opening this box was such a challenge because you're going to see on the top left hand corner there's already kind of like a dent right there because all of that was just so packed inside that it was just so hard to get out. But what's inside is what's most important, and when you get those contents out, there are already four things. The four things are the pins, the game box, the gold cartridge, and also the art card. So everything looks good, everything looks like it's well packaged, and Nintendo always does its best. So the first thing that I want to unbox and kind of showcase is the Nintendo World Championships NES edition game box. So if you didn't get the deluxe edition, this is the edition that you would get mostly if you couldn't get the deluxe edition, and it looks exactly like the game box that you would see, but the magic is what's inside. And if you go inside, you see all of the 13th original NES titles, and they're just amazing, just the artwork that you see inside. So it's just inside and outside as well. And the next thing you see is the game cartridge itself. Official, this is the North American version because I am getting it from Northern California. But overall, it's pretty awesome just seeing that the first box that I opened is the pins. So these pins are limited edition pins that came with the deluxe edition. There are 5 pins in total, and when you get them out, you just see how beautiful they are. You see 4 games. You see Super Mario, Link, Simus, Donkey Kong, and then you see the Nintendo World Championships NES edition pin, and everything looks just amazing. Attention to detail. Nintendo knows how to do very awesome pins. And the next thing that I wanted to open was the art cards. There are 13 art cards in total because that represents the 13 classic NES titles that are within this edition. So the first one is Super Mario Brothers. So the first game that came out for the NES. The next one is The Legend of Zelda, which is my wife's favorite. The third game is Metroid, which is another of my wife's favorite games from there. The next one is the Donkey Kong Arcade Classic series. Then the next one is Kid Icarus. The next one is Super Mario 2 Brothers, which is pretty awesome. The next one is Excite Bike. The next one is Ice Climber. And then the other one is Balloon Fight. That's a very fun game. Super Mario Bros. 3, which was my favorite from the NES era. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Then the next one is Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. And then the last one is Kirby's Adventure. Those are all 13 cards. And the last but not least is the gold cartridge. So this is actually paying an homage to the gold cartridge that was a prize if you were subscribed to Nintendo Power Magazine in 1990. Only 26 of those original were made, but this one is what it was supposed to look like because this cartridge actually looks way better than the original. And if you look in the back, you see all of the 13 symbols representing the 13 game titles that were included for the Nintendo World Championships NES edition, and it just looks good. But yeah, you're already seeing it. That's not an actual NES cartridge. It's only for display only, unfortunately. It would have been cool if they would actually make it into an NES working cartridge. But then the next one is the stand. It's a glass stand that says Nintendo. So this stand, you can put your gold cartridge to put it nice and neatly and kind of display it to show the whole world like, hey, I'm one of my favorite NES classic deluxe editions, and this is my prize right now. So that is actually pretty cool in displaying. So the awesome thing about this collection is if you have a My Nintendo account, they actually are giving away classic information for 13 legend challenges. So you can just download it for free, English or Spanish version, and it gives you kind of a different perspective on how to complete those challenges, kind of giving you tips on how to beat those games. So again, the link will be on the description, kind of showing you how to do those different things. And if you are stuck for whatever reason, if you forgot how to play a certain game from the past, from the NES times, then this 23-page of just encyclopedia of the games of the NES titles will give you a good leg up on how to prepare for those challenges, and they give you attention to detail. And again, if you want it for free, again, the link will be on my description, but you do need a My Nintendo account. So make sure that if you don't have one, sign up for one, and it's free. You can download it again for English or Spanish. So the next thing I wanted to try was an actual game, and what's really cool is when you go in, it tells you between the late 80s and early 90s, the NES championships were held all across the world, and you can kind of tell that it shows you kind of like the legacy of how this game was, and it tells you a little bit of, that's how exciting it was. Even if you weren't born in that era in 1990, it kind of gives you a perspective of this is how the challenges were back in the day. And I like the fact that, it kind of pays homage to the original Nintendo World Championships in the 1990s. And from now on that you see, choosing kind of like where your icon is going to be, your favorite NES titles or Famicom title, and you can kind of do like speedrun mode, you got World Championships, you have a lot of different modes that you can muster either individually or online. So this is just an example of where you come across the mushroom. So this is like how fast you can get the mushroom. So when you're playing as Mario, you're trying to get the mushroom as quickly as possible, and depending on what time you get the grade. So right now you got a grade A, and then you also got a pin. So going forward, when you go to a different challenge, let's say for example, you're gonna go to a Zelda challenge, you gotta get the sword. So how fast can you get the sword? So depending on the speed that you get it, that's the grade that you're gonna get. So you're trying to get to the A+ grade or even the S grade, S being the very best that you can do. And what's really interesting too, going back to My Nintendo, they're actually giving a promotion, a Nintendo World Championship trucker hat. So you do need platinum points, and those points are very easy to accumulate. You only need 1,200, and all you have to do is pay for shipping. So it's free. Shipping I think is like about $3 or $5, but it's totally worth it. I think I already pre-ordered mine because I already had enough platinum points. But yeah, this is an amazing piece of history right there, and it's going to be a very hard collectible if you are interested in it. So again, guys, what do you guys think about the Nintendo World Championships NES edition for the Nintendo Switch? Are you guys going to be playing this game? Are you hoping that Nintendo is going to bring back the Nintendo World Championships in the foreseeable future? Write your comments below. And if you like the content of this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification so you know future videos are available. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys are excited for the Nintendo World Championships. And again, stay awesome.